What's that you say?
I'm not going home.
Well, good morning, folks. Monday morning. It's actually our last couple of days in the van for this trip anyway. We are currently in Blue Anchor Bay, beautiful little bay on the North Devon Somerset coastline. Just beautiful. And today, bit of a largish driving day, a couple of hours. We're heading up into the Brecon Beacons in Wales, and then tomorrow, Tuesday, heading on up into Snowdonia National Park. Wednesday, the first part of Wednesday, very quickly just exploring just parts of Snowdonia before catching the ferry back on Wednesday night. Boom. Blasting through Wales, because we will come and do Wales properly at some point. As you about going home?
Ooh, not happy.
Well, good afternoon, folks, from Wales, and a very, very hot Wales indeed. We are heading north to our stopover place. But we've come across this little sort of forest park area. Didn't catch the name, and even if I did catch the name, I'll never be able to pronounce it, so this is the name of it here. We've just found a little shaded spot. Doors are open, nice little breeze coming through because it is very warm. And given the fact that we don't really have any plans for Wales over the next couple of days, we're just going to quite happily just chill out here in this car park. I might go for a little bit of a dander later on. Gonna let the heat of the day kind of subside a little bit before heading up to our sort of final spot later on this evening. There's been talk of tea and cake. Not cream tea though. Ginger cake. Old Guinea's taking it easy as well. A wee bit of a breeze blowing in on her, so cool. So time to chill out in a very warm Wales. So we've arrived in the Brecon Beacons, Penny Fan. Probably not pronouncing that correct. It's still roasting hot. It's 10 to 7. While Nicola relaxes, unfortunately.
I've got a migraine.
Migraine. I'm going to go for a walk stroke run. Next time you see me, I'll probably be blowing out my ass. Literally. Well, that's a mile in on the climb. It's hot. Hot, hot, hot. Oh, that bar's still open at the top. Oh, well, that was reasonably tough going. 1.5 miles to this point. And this is kind of what I'm sure a lot of people think is the summit. One of those false summit goodness things. I can hear a tractor. Guys come up in a 4-wheel drive or a little quad. Anyway, we're heading to this one. I think is the one we want to get to, so let's do it. So there we go, guys. 2.1 miles. Hot one. There was even a wee bit of monkey shuffling in there, monkey running. But wow, just look at this. I mean, the video does not do it justice in the slightest. That is incredible. Let's take a wander over here. Well, good morning. What a beautiful place to have a morning cup of coffee. Although, two things about my morning cup of coffee. One, it's done. Two, I had to have decaf because schoolboy error, hadn't realised I'd run out of coffee. No point in buying any just yet. Also just realised I'm leaning over a pretty dope. Just lean back a bit. Yeah, really good night's sleep. Nicola's back's been playing up a little bit, so and of course, as you saw yesterday, she had a pretty horrendous migraine. Be one thing I'm thankful of, that I don't get headaches that often. Legs were like jelly last night once I had come down from the climb. I actually just met a guy heading up again. I thought, I recognise you. You were gone up last night as I was coming down, and he's actually doing it for charity, 365 days, so top stuff all around. Today's plan, again, we're going to be very limited to what we can do because of the weather. It's getting hotter, and we've got 2 more days of this, so of course we were going to go to the Red Kites feeding at Grigan Farm, but I mean, you can't leave Guinness in the van for any amount of time, so I think we're just going to chill out here for a couple of hours, bimble on a little bit more through the Brecon Beacons, head up into Snowdonia National Park, bimble about there, then stay up there this evening, and then of course tonight's our last night camping on the road in this trip. This time tomorrow we'll be starting to consider heading to the ferry. I certainly would love to get back into some kind of proper fitness, because see, running on these sort of paths and trails, yeah, love it. Anyway, so I'm just going to sit and chill out in the morning sun here. Seen a few people heading up already this morning. A couple of Welsh ponies over there, mother with his foal. All in all, not a bad place to have coffee, even though it is decaf. So still parked up here at Penny Fan. Really hope I'm pronouncing that right. And it's roosting out there. It's probably mid-20s out there, and it's 10 AM, which is why we're not going to move at the moment. Got all the curtains up. Someone else is chilling right here with the door open. I did, however, send Nicola on a mission. There's a breakfast van up there. So that's us all parked up in Snowdonia National Park. We're actually in the Snowdon Lookout. Guinness was rather hot, so we have the back door open. Lovely breeze coming through, as you can see. Both women in my life. Yeah, both women in my life sprawled out waiting on their tea to be made.
Hang on, I'm in pain.
Anyway, enough of that. Let me go show you the view. It's rather nice. Oh look, the tea's ready. Gotta go in and make the tea.
Stuck.
Oh, that wouldn't be like you.
I got stuck.
See? Always me, tea boy.
Or me. My disc's playing up, so I'm having to stretch, which is why I can't possibly make tea at the moment. And then I got stuck.
Well, good morning. Yeah, it is still morning. Last day of the trip, and I think it's safe to say that we're both a little bit niggly with each other this morning, but I think it's because we know we're heading home. Just driving through the park today, and just beautiful. I mean, obviously it's gorgeous weather, but yeah, I just don't really want to go home. Still really warm, so we'll find a little sheltered, shady area. Beautiful. I'm just making some poached eggs and bits and bobs. We're just going to hang out here for a couple of hours. The ferry's not till 8:30 tonight, so still plenty of time. But yeah, a little bit niggly this morning with each other, so we're just going to chill out now. Yeah, going home's crap. Thankfully we won't be home for too long before we're back on the road again. Well, even though we're heading to the ferry, it wouldn't be us if we didn't sneak in one last National Trust property. And this is one that we're definitely not going to do justice at all, because it's 4:15 and the castle closes at 4:30.
I think they let you in up to 4:30, so as long as you get to the doors before then. I can see it.
I have visions of these giant doors slamming shut just as we get to them. But once we're in, we're in. That's it, we're in. They're not getting rid of us now. Whistle stops tour of the first floor. Now we're up the stairs of the grand staircase. Legging it as always. Yeah, basically the doors will start closing behind us in about 2 minutes. So, whistle stop tour. Oh, we're still going. Oh, it's as far as you can go. Wow. Let's go. Keep going. Some dude. Don't know who. My God. Clock. You see him? Well, it's a bit weird. Do you reckon like dominoes, if I hit one, it'll all go off?
I kind of feel like they're watching me.
They're not, they're clocking you?
Very funny.
Yes, we can hear the doors closing right behind us. Gotta keep going. We just saw a bunch of clocks.
Very, very weird.
Very weird indeed. Doors are already closed. See what I mean? They are closing the doors behind us. I'm tempted to have a munch. Did you just do?
I just went choo-choo, didn't I?
So almost 7 weeks, in fact, pretty much 7 weeks to the day, we are back to where we started, back in Holyhead. Our ferry is in about 2 hours, so we're just going to grab some tea here in the van. Quite a nice view out, as you can see. And so that night that we first arrived, at like 1 in the morning, we just parked up there. Bit of tea, get things stored away onto the ferry. And then I've got a 2-hour drive to Belfast. Well, good evening from on board the Irish ferries back to Dublin. That was slightly more stressful than it should have been. We ended up on the outside deck in the van. In fact, it's just there. And of course, the sun was still blazing, so we ended up saying to the guy, look, can you put us in shade? Well, there was a back and forward. He then asked us if we were want to be responsible for the livelihoods of thousands of people or something. It all got a bit strenuous.
We were trying to get off the boat.
Yes, we were trying to get off the boat because we were saying, well, if Guinness can't be in the shade, we're going to get off. So we finally got into a shade. We shouldn't have really worried too much because the sun's actually setting behind us here. Then we got settled in, and of course now we can see the van.
It's okay.
The alarm keeps going off. I don't think it's Guinness in the cab. Hopefully it's just the momentum of the van.
And hopefully it's not the guy we peed off in the cab either.
Yeah. Spray painting our cat. Don't know why he would do that. Anyway, what was supposed to be a nice calming finish to this week's vlog and our 7-week trip around the south coast of England and Wales was, well,
very stressful. Very stressful.
But it's been a phenomenal trip.
Oh, and we're an hour and a quarter late leaving, which means we're going to be really late getting home.
So, it's been a really enjoyable trip. Still plenty of work to do on finding our little slice of happiness, but we certainly know lots of work. But we certainly know that this is what we want to be doing. Travelling. So, until next time, I guess it's goodbye from the cooks and Guinness. We're going to go and watch a beautiful sunset. In all the stress, I forgot my jacket as well, so probably going to get my head blown off.
And that motorhome owner really needs to wash their roof.
Ah.
There's a few people who actually don't look up or down. I'm just rambling, I'm tired.
Right guys, as we said, hope you've enjoyed watching these little trips around the southwest coast. We've only had a little scratch of Wales in this last vlog. we will be back to Wales and do it properly.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Never really been before. Didn't realise it was so stunning.
Anglesey.
Wow.
Until next time, guys.
Bye for me.
And bye from me.
That's us.
Still not us.
No, it is us.
Is it? Luckily, we can turn the alarm off from up here.